What's going on YouTube? This is Bangalore Productions, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing the Mighty Micro Rig and why I believe that it is superior to any other kit there is for anybody, predominantly civilians, but because active duty, I wore a micro rig active duty, but I know a lot of other guys wore like the issued taps and stuff and had just big, bulky rigs. I preferred a micro rig, and then I just wore my battle belt to carry my extra mags that I couldn't fit on the rig. But that's aside the point. So when I say that micro rigs are good for civilians, what am I implying? Well, I'm saying that because I've already discussed in the past how I'm done with the whole like fantasy LARP stuff. And being done with that had kind of opened my eyes to what's actually important for a kit setup. Having all this crazy stuff on your person just really isn't that important in the long run, especially when you're going to the range and training or going on a hike, going hunting, whatever it may be. Like you don't need all this crazy stuff. You just need the bare minimum. Like if your car is 100 yards away from you or even 500 yards away from you, you probably don't need a bunch of crazy stuff, right? And so with that being said, this is the Spiritus Mark V, the CCS pouch. And this is the Mighty Micro Rig. And I mean, as you can see, it's not humongous. It's not like a massive full-size chest rig, but it's pretty mighty, right? It can hold a good bit of stuff while also maintaining a very small and low profile, which is the whole reason for micro rigs. That's why they were invented, was to give guys a low profile way to carry the essentials, right? So with that being said, what do I have on here? Well, on the left side, I'm carrying a radio. So that's my communications, which I don't always use. So if I'm not using a radio or anything, I'll just either take the pouch entirely off or just throw a spare mag in there. I've even carried my rangefinder in there before. So really just whatever, but I like to keep the radio on there just for, training purposes, getting used to carrying the radio. But up front, 3 magazines, and if I'm using my AR-10 or my bolt gun, I'll just take this insert out and put my like 308 style insert in there and carry either 2 bolt gun mags or 2 AR-10 mags. And then directly behind that, got the knife, just velcroed in, sits right there, nice and sturdy. And then the meat and potatoes, you could say, of the micro rig, which is the Spiritus CCS pouch. So on the top, obviously got to have our note-taking gear and a way to write with. Got our rangefinder for obviously getting a range, because that's very important, so I don't have the money to get a weapon-mounted laser rangefinder, so instead I just use the old classic. Spare ear pro, a lighter with duct tape and ranger bands, because that's important. And a small little TSE bag, just also ranger banded as well. Those are also important to have. Not necessarily the most important thing you need to have on your kit, but definitely good for if you find random stuff, you can pick it up, put it in a little bag, and transfer it to your pack. So it's a good little piece of kit to have. And in the front, got signaling, a Sharpie for marking targets or for writing stuff down. If I had like a shooter sleeve on with all my dope stuff, I can just write on top of that. Multi-tool to fix things, and a lens cloth to clean lenses on optics, my night vision, whatever it may be, whatever I'm up to. If it gets all foggy and gross, I can just clean them off, right? And then that's the rig. It's as simple as that. I mean, there's no bells and whistles. There's nothing absolutely insane going on over here. It's just super simple, and I think that's what we as gun owners and prepared civilians, whatever you want to call it, that's what I think we should be going towards. Not these big, bulky, militarized setups, but more clandestine, lower profile, guerrilla setups. And now I have a lightweight, compact way to carry, a good amount of stuff, right? And I can also throw my compass in here, protractors, depending on what I'm doing. Like if I want to do some land nav or whatever, I can just throw that stuff in here and I'm good to go. Carry my map in my pocket. If I wanted to put more wings on here, a dangler, whatever it may be, I can do any of that, right? It's literally just basically a box that has that's covered in Velcro and Molly, so you can do whatever you want with it. But that brings me to another point with this, and actually the reason my rig is so small and it's just this is because a couple weeks ago I read a post, I can't remember if it was on Facebook or Reddit, but it's basically saying, because some guy was asking, what pouches do I need to buy for my chest rig setup? Like, I don't know what pouches I need. And this guy pretty much said, well, what are you planning to carry? Like, lay out everything that you want to carry, and then with what you have now, if you can fit all of your stuff comfortably in what you have now, you don't need anything else. And the guy was like, well, what if I need this pouch for this? And he's like, well, do you have that? And the guy was like, no, I don't. And he's like, okay, then you don't need that pouch, right? So what I did was, a couple weeks ago, I laid out all of the stuff that I wanted to carry on my person, and if it wouldn't necessarily be that comfortable in my pants pockets, or I needed it quicker access than if it were in my pack, then it goes on the chest rig, right? That makes sense. And this is all I need to carry. Like my survival tin can go in my pocket comfortably. I can carry a spare tourniquet in my pocket comfortably, carry spare mags in here. I do it all the time. And everything else goes in the pack. And it's just like, once you realize that you don't need all this extra stuff, like these huge rigs just slam-packed with so much stuff. Once you realize you don't need that, everything just becomes easier. You stop wanting different sets, like different kinds of gear, and you actually start going out and training and using what you have, and it's nice. It's really good. And so, yeah, this is the Mighty Micro rig, and that's why I call it that. I just thought it was funny, really, because micro, mighty, like Mighty Mouse, you know, Mighty Micro rig. Clever, right? It definitely has its use case, and its use case will never go away, because whenever you get your setup dialed in for a specific role, if you have to do anything else, your setup's not going to do that good in that role, right? Like a recce rig or a belt rig or a CQB, whatever. Like, those aren't going to do good in anything else except what they're designed for, like what you tailored it to. But with a general purpose rig like this, I can do all of those things and do them well, right? This rig is small enough that I can carry my entire rucksack and there's no interference and it's super comfortable. It's small enough that I can sit in my car wearing all of this right here and it's no issue. It's comfortable enough that if I needed to clear my house for whatever reason and I was gonna throw on a chest rig to do it, I could, right? And I'm never gonna do that, hopefully, but if I ever had to, I could. And it's tight and compact, you know, it's the Mighty Micro rig, right? And so, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I just kind of wanted to make a video because I haven't made one in a while and just kind of talk about my kit setup as of late, and hopefully what it stays as long as this stuff holds together, which I'm sure it will, because I've never had anything from Spiritus ever become like unserviceable. So I think this will be just fine. But yeah, guys, stop wasting your money on all these huge built up rigs when, you know, the only training you do is going out and shooting with your buddies. Like, instead, either buy more ammo, buy better stuff for your actual guns, or use that money for what's really important, your family, right? But anyway, guys, that's what I wanted to talk about, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, and yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Anyway, Bingo Productions, signing off.